tired of the I don't give a f experience with theaters. I'm tired of bulbs being dim. I'm tired of ignorant ass people up in the theater. I'm tired of them bringing in their little bratty ass, ragged ass children up in there. I'm tired of all that shit. You should have learned before the pandemic came around. Now look at you with your pants down, Corona dick. Look at you, and now you want to get mad. Oh, well, what about me? Yeah, what about you, bitch? She used to be a hero. Oh, but now she's the villain. Your girl Wonder Woman, man.
Starting a trend.
Destroyed cinema. she killed theaters, man. Yeah, man, you know, those are these are theater owners right here. Yeah. Why did you destroy cinema? I'll kill you, bitch. Yeah, boy, Wonder Woman. She the Thanos of theaters, man.
Apparently, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, man. Who would have known that Cheetah would have been the hero? She tried to tell us.
She tried to prevent it.
This bitch is gonna destroy everything.
We didn't listen to her.
Didn't listen to her, man. So how did she destroy theaters out there? How did she destroy cinema, man? The Thanos of cinema. The Thanos of the theaters out there. Well, you know, people saying that we're living in some history-making times right here. You know, and maybe this is positive, maybe this is negative. I don't know. I don't trust anything in 2020. Right now, I say, even, you know, for a lot of people, this is probably negative, but we'll talk about that. But I will say this is history because this is the first time that you have a movie of this magnitude that is going to do both theatrical and streaming on the very same day.
Right.
So Warner Brothers had huge box of movies and just turn this shit upside down, dump them all. We don't care. You know, people, you gonna get the home experience whether you want it or not. Warner Brothers looked at people because everybody's been wondering, how is this whole thing with the future of cinema is going to be?
Sure.
Warner Brothers said it's going to be like this, whether you want it or not.
We're starting the trend.
All their movies, one of 2020 right here, Wonder Woman, but the rest that was slated for 2021, that's 2021 at your front door right now.
Okay.
Yeah, 2021's coming home.
Oh, wow.
At least for Warner Brothers.
Yes, bring all its films, all its friends.
Bring all his friends. Yeah, when Wonder Woman went to simultaneous theatrical and home, she broke down that barrier, everything came crumbling down.
Okay.
Everybody came crumbling down. Yeah. There you go, man. This is the biggest studio
pretty much
that we've seen. Yeah, like I say, all the WB movies, all the Warner Brothers movies that were originally going to be the big ones and some not so big, that were going to be coming out in 2021, they are going to be coming home along with theatrical. When, we don't know, but they say very soon.
In the next year, Warner Brothers Pictures bringing you the biggest premieres exclusively on HBO Max.
Yeah, okay. You could love Tom and Jerry out there. So
that was going to theaters to begin with. No.
Oh, no. You can keep that shit right there.
Put that fucking music after the Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Dune, Tom and Jerry, the movie. It's like, all right, that's cute.
Sure. Okay, yeah, what else you got?
Theaters and streaming on HBO Max beginning December 25th.
Of course, beginning December 25th will be Wonder Woman.
Yeah, making her debut.
Making her debut on HBO Max. There's been some mixed reactions to this. As you might expect, some people have been reacting with, oh, thank God, finally. I've been waiting for this day for so long.
Sure.
So long. Damn, what took you so long? We knew it was going to happen. It's inevitable. Just do it. And some other people, their reactions have been, well, not very happy at all.
That's Regal and AMC.
Nah, you know. Hey, look, either way, we saw this coming.
Yeah, and
form of this.
Well, the thing at the end of the day is it's not like the pandemic's going to end on January 1st, 2021. It's not that like COVID is going to go away and in theaters everyone's going to go back to theaters. It's like that is never going to happen. It's going to be maybe a trickle effect, but at the end of the day, these studios are losing so much money holding on to these films. Sometimes $1 million a day or a week or whatever for all these various movies. So they have to put them somewhere. I don't know if they're going to earn a profit back. They're certainly going to make more people interested in their subscription services, and people like me who are not going to theater. I'm very happy about this because I get to see all these movies now.
So the movies that are coming out, you heard them mentioning. You saw the titles up there. You have everything from Suicide Squad to In the Heights. You have Godzilla versus King Kong. There have been some that are kind of a surprise. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But, the big debate now with people is with all these movies going to HBO Max, is this changing everything forever, or is this just a phase because of the pandemic? Is it temporary because of Corona? When we get the vaccines out there, then it's going to go back to what we know. The strategy is different here that we've seen too, because this is funny that we've seen businesses and studios actually experimenting kind of in real time.
Yeah, we never seen something like this before.
No, Disney tried their model where they tried to charge $30, where people promptly said "fuck you." No. We've seen them try it out with smaller movies and ease onto this. Really, Trolls World Tour was the big one that kind of came out.
That film in history is gonna be remembered forever. Troll 2 is what started the trend.
The one that actually trolled the theaters out there.
Really did.
But what's happening with this is that these movies are going to. They're going to be on HBO Max. Now, they say this right now. They're going to be there for a month. And then they're going to leave the streaming service.
Okay.
And then they're going to remain in the theaters after that. At least that's from what I understand.
That's what I understood from the story, what I read. But again, that might change. We'll see.
Yeah, now some of these were obvious, man. Some of these were like, Tom and Jerry. Yeah, man.
That was made for that.
Nobody bought for a minute that Tom and Jerry was going to the theater. I don't care how much y'all said come in the theaters. No, Tom and Jerry. Look, if Wonder Woman ain't going to theaters, ain't that cartoon cat and mouse ain't going.
That's adorable that they thought it was going to theaters.
What?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That Tom and Jerry has so much pull that they were going to do what Wonder Woman couldn't.
Side by side with films like Dune.
Yeah, moving about a cartoon mouse, photoshopping his ass. Okay, that's going to the theaters.
That's cinema, man. Hey, Martin Scorsese is right. That's cinema right there.
the cheeks that save cinema. Right, sure. All right, like you said, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead and keep thinking that. Some are kind of a surprise. Space Jam.
Yeah.
The sequel, A New Legacy. They told me, because I'm working on this.
That's true.
I'm the director. They told me that this was going to go to theaters, and I believe that. I fought for it.
Right.
But I didn't even. I hadn't even heard about Space Jam for a while.
Yeah, it's been dormant for a while.
I didn't hear anything, and so they're saying it must be happening because they're saying that's going to be on the slate.
All right, fair enough.
But then you have the big surprises, man. That you're looking at. Godzilla versus King Kong have been talked about. We talked about that last week.
Sure.
Where they were talking about they're going to do it with that.
Yeah, and that movie's been delayed. Like, that was supposed to come out like a while ago.
Yeah.
So that one was always having issues. So I'm glad it's finally coming out on some type of platform now.
So, and I got to be honest with you, man. Once I heard, and I don't want to say anything because like I said, I didn't know because I didn't want to keep predicting stuff only for it to possibly not happen. But I said, look, if you already got Wonder Woman coming out,
that's the big one, too.
You got Wonder Woman, and now you got King Kong. Godzilla versus King Kong.
The Suicide Squad.
They were trying to have a bidding war. And I did say this.
I heard about that, yeah.
I said, you know what? They'll probably end up going to HBO Max. I don't know why. But if they do that, then just release everything.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised that all this happened so suddenly, but I'm not surprised to hear about things like Suicide Squad coming out. This is the big thing that we all are here to discuss. Is this going to actually, and we don't know because things are changing so fast, but will this change the way things are?
Well, the thing
is this going to be permanent?
That's the thing. They're doing this for an entire year. And that's a long time for people to get comfortable with something for an entire year. That's like, that changes. You can make a lot of changes to yourself and your viewing habits within a year. And so if you're acclimating people to a year of all these big movies being available the same month on the streaming service as they're coming out in the theater, people are like, well, I'm used to that now, and I don't want to go back to the theater because I'm still might be concerned about COVID by the end of 2021. I wanted this to be my viewing experience, and I'm paying for HBO Max right now, and so I think they're going to get people used to that, and especially if we start to see other studios or companies pull a maneuver like they just did, something as bold as this, and that just becomes the new norm. Then for an entire year, then I'm thinking. That's going to have a profound effect on people's viewing habits, and so they might. I mean, if they think this is temporary, they better be fucking careful because people will change. We'll get used to this in a year.
I think that you're right, man. I think you're giving people way too long, man. Too long to be giving them something.
You're acclimated to it.
People. Okay, so the viewing habits of people are already changing with home viewing.
Yeah, so quickly.
You know, and I can, and something I can guarantee you that people were thinking about. So people are already saying, I got to be careful about how many movies I choose every year. There's some big movies that I want to see. I'm just going to be patient and wait for that to go to home video because the window it's getting even smaller. Usually 3 months. Yeah, and then they would. If the movie looked like you could get some money at home, they would put it out there that quick. Sometimes that would be for even bigger films.
Sure.
But people start to say, all right, I got to choose which. And keep in mind, blockbusters were coming out so frequently that people had to say, all right, I got to look at a calendar and say, I'm going to go see this movie, this movie, this movie. The rest of them, I can't afford to do it.
Sure.
You start getting people used to this right here, and people don't realize just how much money they're saving.
Exactly.
And they're spending money already. But to something that you said, even then, you could still say this is just for COVID times. You can market that. You could get people. You could continue to put that idea in the back of people's heads that this is only for a little bit of time. Don't get used to this. However, if this seems profitable or if this is working, and especially if other studios start to follow suit. The other logical step in this, if this is successful, is for another studio with their own streaming service to do the same thing if this model works for Warner Brothers.
And a lot of enemies. They're manipulated.
And that's Black Widow. Now, I believe that if Disney looks at this and they're just like, all right, fuck it, we're going to do it too. If they do that, then, man, you got multiple studios starting to get in on this model. Sure. And people are going to get used to it. Even if you keep reminding them that this is only temporary, if it's for a year and you got all the blockbusters coming out right now.
And it's the two big studios doing it as well.
And two big studios, people are going to like take for granted now that this is just the way things are.
This is the new norm. This is what I expect now, and I don't want to go back to the theater. I just want to pay for my HBO Max. And the thing is, they're going to up the price on these too. Yeah. Like they're not saying that right now, but if I can make a prediction, because I even saw only a couple days ago they're increasing Netflix. Yeah, I just saw that. So
and they did that shit sneaky.
They always do it sneaky. They never not do it they always doing it sneaky all the goddamn time.
Yeah, they'll put a news report out and it'll be like Netflix because they had to. They'll say Netflix will come out and say, "Hey everybody, we have to raise the price."
Yeah,
it's like, huh?
And
what?
You know what I did when I saw that? Okay, because I'm still gonna have it. I'm still going to have HBO Max. I'm still going to have Disney
and
Plus.
And nobody's getting rid of. Once you in,
that's it.
Boy, once you on that drug, once you on that shit, once you on that streaming rock and then you're on that pipe, you ain't going nowhere because all the Marvel stuff is coming to Disney.
Yeah.
All this stuff is coming to HBO. Are you really? People look at you stupid. Yeah. You canceled now? Your HBO with all this stuff coming, Netflix is giving you all these originals and movies and everything.
Shows, true.
People, this is the new thing right here. I truly believe. My big thing is that I think that people are panicking a little bit too hard, and I have to say this about HBO. Another factor that you have to think about here: how is this going to be for HBO and their subscriptions, man? You know,
they're going to increase in price.
So if you see a big increase in prices, if you see a spike in subscriptions, and it's actually profitable on that end, then I think you will see Disney Plus like, let's go ahead and try this.
Oh, definitely.
But I've seen some things where people are panicking, man, and I think of course, there's a reason to be skeptical because theaters are not going to like it, and rightfully so. It's going to hurt their business.
Yeah,
and they're already suffering.
No question.
Piracy really is something to consider because if these are not coming up in areas that people can see them in, and it's also streaming in other places where people can, grab a copy and put it out there.
Very easily.
Now, fortunately, not everybody knows how to torrent and stream and whatnot, so they still got that on their side. It's still a niche of people who do that. But for people who know how and more are learning in places where they're desperate and they can't get it, because if you can buy it, man, nobody's going to. I'm not going to pirate something if I'm already paying
if it's
for
easily available and I have access to it, I have to pay a price, that's fine. As long as it's make it easy for me to watch. And I'm like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, I got Spotify. I'm not going out there. I'm not saying, you know what, I can just go on and just take all this music. No, I got this service that puts it all into place.
Exactly.
And I'm happy to pay monthly for it.
Exactly. Because it's convenient.
If you provide people a convenient service, then the piracy, I guarantee you, will be cut down.
And then most people won't even care that they're probably paying more for it.
I mean, think about this. You have to go through the steps of finding it. You have to download it, and you have to have storage space for it and whatnot. I mean, it's just easy to press a button and watch. People are lazy, all right?
Yep, they're very lazy. I'm one of them.
Yeah, me too, man. But the other thing is, I think people are having just a real, almost exaggerated reaction to this is destroying the theatrical experience. Because some people are saying, I've read a comment right here where somebody said theaters are going the way of the arcade. I think theaters, the way they are right now, you might not see them last like that, but would theaters be something different, and will they continue to be there? Yes, they will.
We've talked about this before, where theaters will no longer just be about showing movies. They'll be media entertainment centers where you take the whole family, you drop off your kids at the playground area while mom and dad, they get their drinks, they do whatever activities are there, they go see a show and they do other things. That's what they're going to turn into. And you'll still have those specialty places, which really the only theater chain I care about, because AMC, Regal, they all go to hell, because I'm sorry, I don't like the services they've put forward. And then the staff don't give a shit. The food sucks, and the screens that I've been to have not been very good. But like a theater like the Alamo Drafthouse, which offers something specially, like special type of screenings and different types of things, I hope they will still find success and they will still be in business. But they'll probably double on that media entertainment type of thing.
Yeah, that's what they'll be specialty places. Arcades are around, but what are they?
They're more than that. They're more than an arcade.
They're more than an arcade. You don't go in there and just pay anymore. They got
they're bars.
They got bars. They got restaurants in there. Are they're novelty places to go to, man. So but they're not what they used to be. They're still around. So theaters will still be around. My thing is, man, people are talking about the theater experience is being destroyed. Oh my God, you're destroying cinema. You still got an option.
Yeah.
I would understand if these were just going to streaming, but they said that they're going to theaters and streaming at the same time. You can still do both. I don't know why people are throwing a fit when you have options right now. Yeah. Like if you really want to go to a theater that bad right now, then they're saying you can.
I think they're just more they seem to be just scared of the idea of the cinematic, whatever the cinematic experience is now, because everyone else has their own definition. I guess it's just sitting in the theater and watching it, and doing with all the people around me and the kids screaming. Is that the theater experience that you so desperately desire? Like I don't get that personally. A lot of people they love that, and it's like, hey, more power to you. I don't like that, and a lot of other people don't like that. My cinematic experience is me making sure I have a very good time watching a movie. That's my cinematic theater experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I listen, y'all. I'm very self-serving in my reasons for this.
Yeah,
you want
too.
my opinion? I'm fucking happy about it.
This is very convenient.
When I heard about this, I went and got some champagne. I popped that shit. I threw up confetti. I had a party hat on. I had a little party kazoo in my mouth. It was like New Year's Day for me, man. I was happy about this. I'm not going to lie. And I'm very selfish with that because I got tired. I'm like you. I got tired. Y'all heard me go on my rants. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm tired of the I don't give a experience with theaters.
Yes.
I'm tired of bulbs being dim. I'm tired of ignorant ass people up in the theater. I'm tired of people treating you like you're the piece of shit when they're the ones been ruining the time for you. I'm tired of them bringing in their little bratty ass, ragged ass children up in there. I'm tired of all that shit. You should have learned before the pandemic came around.
Yeah.
Now look at you with your pants down, Corona dick. Look at you, and now you want to get mad. Oh, well, what about me? Yeah, what about you, bitch? I've been telling you about yourself this whole time.
Yep.
And now you want to sit up here and cry.
Preach.
Man, you ain't doing me right. You didn't do me right when I was trying to watch the movie in peace. When I was trying to enjoy just looking at the screen.
Yeah. The theater experience.
I would just ask, look, fuck these crazy ass people here. I was just asking for light.
Sure.
I was just asking for
I want a good bulb.
I want a light bulb. That's all I want. I gave up with these dumb in here. I just want a light bulb.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Sorry. No.
Jesus Christ. So fuck you. You should have thought about it before all this happened. Now, the other thing is that it will, at this point, force people to actually have a great experience at the theater. If you couldn't do it on your own, guess what? Big Rona gonna make your bitch ass do it.
It took a worldwide pandemic.
It took a world. It took people dying.
Yes.
People had to.
They had to die.
They had to die for the cinematic experience.
To change that light bulb, to get the new light bulb in there.
People died for a light bulb.
That's right.
So now you got to do it. And I think everybody's going to win.
Yeah.
For those who want to watch this at home like me, because I got tired of having my schedule is a lot lighter now. I can actually work on these shows all day, have a little time for myself instead of rushing to go to a screening that's across town.
Those screenings are very inconvenient because they're all over the place too. It's not like you just go to the one theater. No, they're all over town. Yeah, you got to deal with traffic. You got to deal with the whole marketing bullshit when you go there, and then you got to write out your little thing. You got to drive back home. You got to prep the show. So yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And you know what? And I don't even mind doing it if I can just go with critics and it's quiet and it's in the middle of the day.
But,
if I got to go at nighttime where you got some ignorant ass Negro and this redneck country ass motherfucker who ain't seen a movie in 2 years and now he's in there with the pretty lights on talking to the whole thing. Yeah. My God, you see that? You know, man, I don't want to sit with those people. I'm sorry if I seem like a fucking snob and an elitist. I don't like those people. In fact, I fucking hate those people.
Yeah, no, they destroy the theater experience.
Those same fucking people who don't think about themselves are the same bitches who don't want to wear a mask.
Yep.
Probably out there looking at all these conspiracy theories. Fuck you. I don't care. I don't want to be around you. So if this is making me have to go with a better caliber of people, or if I can just, better yet, stay at home and watch a screening of something
on my TV, which looks better to begin with.
On my TV in my environment, I'm the kind of dude. I go out, I watch movies in the sunshine.
Yeah, your little laptop and everything.
Yeah, I sit out there on a hammock and watch movies. I'm not saying everybody likes to do that. I do.
No, it's whatever makes you comfortable. That's my whole thing. It's like, the whole definition of the true cinematic theater experience has to be seen in the theater. It's like, no, do whatever makes you comfortable, makes you happy. That's the true cinematic experience.
Thank you. But I don't want to take that experience away from anybody else. I want you to have a better experience.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think this is going to up the game on theaters that are already doing right, like the Alamo Drafthouse and any other theater like them.
Sure. And
it's going to force these other raggedy, cheap ass theaters. I don't care how much you put nice seats in there and all the walls are new and shit. Get people in there to control that environment for people who really want to watch the movie. Yes. It's going to make those theater experiences a lot better for people. And it's going to get the fucking riffraff out.
Exactly. And you'll get repeat business. People want to support you because you're doing such a great job.
Yeah. Somebody said, you know what, hey, Corey, you got to watch the Tenet how it was meant to be seen on the screen. Okay, first of all, come on, Corey, you got to watch the cinematic experience instead of watching it on a phone. But who said I was going to watch shit on a phone? I don't watch things on a phone. And second of all, I saw Tenet on the big screen. Yeah. And you know what? And I backed the experience up. I say that's the way to see it. I tell you what, that's the only way to see it because I couldn't understand a fucking thing else that was happening. I couldn't understand what the hell they were even talking about.
It was the most nonsensical, prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't have to go to the theater to watch that for, hey, that's the one movie I'll say, yes, go to the theater because you can't get nothing else from that shit.
That's true. It's pretty, though. Didn't understand none of it.
But I tell you, man, I think that right now, we don't know. Even with me going on my rant, it could definitely be temporary. We could go back to just the way it was. And if so, so be it, man. I do think you don't have a shift this huge without some lasting impact. You've left an impression that's going to stay there.
Even if it's not going to always be like this, there's going to be something, maybe like a variation of this in some form in the future.
My last words are like, let's all relax and pull back. This is not killing theaters. All right, it's not.
Or the theater experience.
Or the thing you're so people are so caught up on those words. You're just caught up on this idea. This intangible thing. You just like this notion, the theater experience. First of all, what is the theater experience?
That's subjective to everybody.
It's different for everyone. But stop thinking, because the whole reaction that's negative to this and people going crazy is that this is killing theaters. It is not. If anything, it'll make theaters better.
Sure.
If things happen to change that much.
And you'll get some companies who at least know how to run theaters. Because I wouldn't be shocked if some theaters go out of business, but they'll be picked up by some other company. You're like, this is ours now. Yeah. you'll get Amazon, you'll get Netflix, and like, these are ours.
And this could be a disaster, too. As much as I want this to work, it could be a big disaster. I'm not saying that this will. I'll tell you why I want it to work, but it might not. Yeah,
it's convenient for us.
Yeah,
who review these movies and talk about these movies.
Yeah, people. I think
content creators. In
the long run, it'll be great for everyone. I'm sure that when, and this is probably a stretch, but I'm sure that when consoles started getting better, when Nintendo came out and everybody's like, oh wow, this is almost like the arcade experience. I'm sure you had people saying, yeah, man, I don't mind playing games at home, but I really need the arcade experience.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I need to smell the machines. I need the ambience of the sound, the beeps and the bloops. I need to be around my friends, the whole culture. And look at you. You don't give a fuck about an arcade now, do you?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You get used to it.
You'll go for a special occasion, like a birthday party at some novelty arcade place, but you don't give a fuck about going to the arcade anymore.
Yeah. Good point. Very good point.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. Or maybe no one said that.
No, I'm sure someone said that.